Otiende to tell us if this is the true depiction of what happened yesterday. The Star is holding this particular splash this morning. Why Raila was heckled in Kisumu. Odinga has become the face of President Uhuru's legacy programs. That is what the flagger reads there. So what the Star is telling us, was heckling there yesterday? You were there.
Well, first of all, I would understand the excitement of Aaron Chiriot, because he recently told us he attended Raila's rally in Sondu when we know he couldn't have attended. And now that there's a story about Muhoroni, he's very excited about it. What I can tell you, first of all, is the headline of the Star is misleading, because the issue that arose was not in Kisumu. It was in a place called Chiga in Muhoroni. Secondly, and I think the nation has captured it much more accurately, a section, and there were probably about between 5 and 7 boys who came into the meeting, tried to heckle, but the residents themselves roughed them up and evicted them. So it was not like the residents were opposed or that Raila was heckled. It was about 5 to 7 boys who came with placards. I think that they'd been hiding the placard, then they just chucked them suddenly. And immediately they chucked them, the residents themselves got irate and, evicted them. As I understand it, so it was not heckling, it was not the resident, it was a few of them. And thereafter, when we went to now the site of the meeting in a place called Ombei, and it was a very big crowd, which I'm sure you'd be able to see, they were all very happy with that project. The 5 to 7 boys, as I understand it, their issue was not with Raila, but with the county government. And their claim was, and I think the nation has tried to analyze it, that the land, which is about 500 acres, on which the special economic zone project is to be built,
yes,
was historically acquired by the then Ahero County Council. And that at the time it was acquired, it was their ancestral land. And that land was acquired, it came into the council, and therefore it has come into the county as trust land. And that is the land on which now the zone is to be built. So their issue is not that they are opposed to it. Their issue is, to the extent that now a special economic zone is to be built, they want what you would call historical compensation for the land, so which is a separate issue, and which, to the best of my knowledge, no one has even said that there would be no compensation, because historical acquisition of land, we know the history of how lands are acquired and all, and if there's to be any compensation, then of course it will always accrue. So it wasn't a big issue.